3 months ago, I asked you a question and then I went quiet. Not completely quiet. I kept posting. I showed up. I talked about my father, my marriage, my kids. I talked about everything except the one thing you actually asked me about. So let's fix that. In May, I posted a video. It was 95 seconds long. I filmed it on a Tuesday. I didn't think about it much. And I asked one question: should I search for my biological mother? That video has been watched 57,000 times on YouTube only. Nothing else I have ever made has come close. Not the ones I planned and not the ones I wrote for a week. The one where I stood here and admitted I didn't know what to do. That should tell me something. And it probably tells you something about me too. And then you answered. One of you said, search for her, but be prepared for three things. She opens her heart to you, she refuses you completely, or she's already dead. I I read that comment more times than I want to admit. Someone else said, maybe she's been looking for you. Someone said, don't bother. If you had good parents, those are your parents. And I had to reply to that one because my parents weren't great parents. My father tried to get rid of me again at 15. That would have been me given away twice, once as a baby and almost as a teenager, by the people who were meant to be the ones who kept me. So, no, that door doesn't close that easily. And then there was a woman, 56 years old, adopted, both her parents gone, no papers, no names, nothing. She wrote that she's dying slowly inside with no clue about herself at all. She wasn't giving me advice. She was showing me the version of where you wait too long. And here's the part I'm not proud of. I replied in that comment section publicly. I typed words. I decided to give it a go. I typed, I will absolutely keep you posted. And then I did nothing for weeks. Not because I forgot. This is not the time of thing you forget. I did nothing because of the thing I want to tell you about, which is that I've spent 47 years being able to say, I don't know. And I don't know is comfortable. I don't know is safe. Well, I don't know, she can be anything. She can be a woman who cried when she signed the form. She can be someone who thinks about my birthday every year. She can be sitting somewhere right now with a photograph. The second I start looking, she becomes a specific person. One one with one specific reason. And it might be a reason I can live with, or it might not. You want to know what a 47-year-old man is scared of? It's not death, it's not failure, it's an answer. So let me tell you what I actually did. Unfortunately, in the country I live in, it's not as simple as going to the adoption agency and them helping you out. I've sent numerous emails to a variety of departments involved in the adoption process during the 70s. But getting info back is a struggle. Even phone calls does not help, as the person on the other end of the line still does not have the access required to simply pull a file that was burned to a crisp. I have joined numerous Facebook groups in the hope that someone would recognize the date and name. Going through my father's documents after he passed, I found two astonishing things. One, he had a biological son in a previous marriage I had no idea about. There might be another person walking this planet with my exact names. And two, I found a birth certificate with my original name and surname, as well as the hospital I was born in. And I want to be honest about what it's done, because it isn't what I expected. I thought it would feel like an ending, like the last piece of a puzzle. It doesn't. It feels like standing in a doorway, because now I know something, which means the next question isn't, should I look? That question is finished. The question died the moment I found out. The next question is much worse. The next question is, what do I do with this? And underneath that one, the one I actually lie awake with, what if she doesn't want to be found? Because she's made a decision 47 years ago and she has had 47 years of a life since then. A life that might have people in it who don't know I exist. I've spent my whole life being the thing that got given away. I'm not sure I also want to be the thing that arrives uninvited. Here's where I've got to. Somebody in that comment section told me to search my heart. I know the answer. And I remember reading it and thinking it's beautiful, but it means nothing. But I was wrong about that. Because when I stopped asking, should I, and started asking, what am I actually afraid of? I got an answer immediately, no delay. It came straight back. I'm afraid she'll say no. I'm afraid I'll find out she was ordinary, that there was no great tragedy, no impossible situation, no story worth 47 years of wondering, that she was just a person who made a decision on an ordinary day and then just got on with her life. That's the one. That's the real one. And I've never said it out loud before. So that's where this is. I know something now that I didn't know in May. I don't know what to do with it yet, and I'm going to do this the way I should have done it from the start, out loud in public while it's still messy, and while I still don't know how it ends. Because if I wait until I have a clean ending, I'll be making a video about a man who already survived it. And that video is useless to you. You don't need to hear from someone on the other side. You need to hear from someone standing in the doorway. So, two things. If you have done this, if you have searched or found or decided not to, I want to hear what you carry from it, not advice. Just tell me what it cost you and whether you do it again. And if you're the 56-year-old woman who wrote to me with no papers and no names, I read it. I read all of it. You are not dying slowly with no clue about yourself. You're the reason I stopped stalling. I'll keep you posted, and this time I mean it. Be grateful, be kind, and be the one who breaks it.